There's been much controversy surrounding the Trump administration's decision to separate families at the U.S. southern border. MTN's Kent Lutzen reached out to one of only 4 immigration lawyers in Montana to help answer some tough questions.
Happy people.
President Trump signed an executive order on Wednesday to keep families together after being detained at the border, reversing on his administration's decision to separate children from their parents. But in defending his border policy, Mr. Trump insisted other administrations separated families as well. However, immigration lawyer Randall Cottle says this is not true.
This was strictly something put in place by the Trump administration. Before prior administrations, we had family detention, where families were detained together in special facilities.
We're going to keep families together, but the border is going to be just as tough.
Now, President Trump is not exactly wrong when he says other administrations separated families. In previous reports, according to Denise Gilman, director of the immigration clinic at the University of Texas Law School, there were some instances when there were separations under the Obama presidency, but those involved specific cases, like when child trafficking was suspected. Cottle added if child trafficking was suspected, it did not involve a parent, rather someone paid to transport that child to the U.S. and is usually cartel affiliated. The Clinton administration pushed for a strong illegal immigration crackdown in 1996, signing the Illegal Immigration Reform and Immigrant Responsibility Act. Cottle added Clinton was not just focused on criminal immigrants, but all immigrants without legal status in the U.S. According to Cottle, there are several policies that determine a procedure for migrants, and those are interpreted differently under each administration. Cottle says other presidents had aggressive immigration policies, but never adopted the zero tolerance policy, which has resulted in the separation of families.
The immigration system is completely broken because it's basically been immigration laws built on top of each other that don't mesh well. And in order for most people to come to the U.S., they have to wait years and years, often decades, before they can come here legally. And then for many people, there is absolutely no legal way for them to immigrate here. It's really difficult for most people.
Many immigrants are escaping gang violence, drug cartels, and domestic violence in their own hometowns. And according to Cottle, some are hoping to apply for political asylum when they reach the U.S. border.
I can't imagine people not being sympathetic with kids being ripped from their parents, but some people say, well, they're breaking the law by coming across the border illegally. Well, they're not breaking the law by coming to the border and asking for political asylum. Both international law that the U.S. is part of and U.S. law allow people to apply for political asylum when they reach the border. And we're in violation of law by not allowing them to do that.
Cottle added many migrants are actually being picked up before they reach the border and are told there's not enough resources to process their asylum claim. In Missoula, Kent Lutzen, MTN News.
Thanks, Kent. It was originally reported 2,342 children were separated from their parents since May. About 500 have been reunited.